Okay. Let's see. Is that working? That was working. Yeah. If Adam ever had remove branding now. Go. I don't really care, guys. Um, Let me see if it's all live on Facebook. Is it live on Facebook? Sending data. So Facebook has been acting bad, like really stupid lately. Let me see. It's been blocking my lives. Really pissed off about that. Yep, it's doing it again. It says my account is restricted. Yeah, what it's for is I'm gonna make a small group with you and a couple of people. Friends. I want people that actually are talking to me now on Facebook. I'm gonna add them together in a group that I want to talk to them together, and not just like continuously having to jump from one to the other and over and over. I'm so tired of that. Like, why don't you just make a group? Now, in the past few days, I've been psychoanalyzed by some guy named whatever the fuck, Ox's Dreamtime. He's been doing this shit for like weeks on end, just trolling the shit out of people, cause he's just a troll. He chaos magician, revealing on himself and his bullshit. He's just doing the same shit that that fucking one kid was doing, and I don't have time for that shit. I don't have time for no fucking body's bullshit, bro. Chaos magicians, you want to come up in my shit and then try to fuck up my life. You can't fuck up my life because you don't know what the fuck. You can't control what you don't understand, so you can't fuck it up. You think you're coming to fuck it up. You might make because of ripples in my shit a little bit here and there, but I'm not gonna deal with people. This dude trying to tell me to my face that I'm abusive, and he's just constantly nitpicking bullshit all the time about other people. And I was just like, man, it's soon to drop. He's like, I don't care about other people. I'm like, dude, you really, you randomly make posts, all these long ass elaborate posts about people, how they're like faulty or and you're perfect or something. Dude, you're not perfect. You live in an apartment by yourself. You go and eat food from restaurants. You cannot cook yourself. You can't cook that food yourself. I don't want to hear that shit. You don't cook any of that shit. And that fusion cooked food, it's bullshit. You want to talk shit to me, to my face. You blocked me because my wife started fucking telling you how wrong you are, because my wife is actually fucking top tier genius on this fucking goddamn shit. So I don't even want to. In all academia, I don't even want to talk about that. Going to college at 17, like a Doogie Howser, is freaking crazy. But you don't know her fucking life. None of y'all know her life. She burned out really hard. She learned all that shit and did not give a fuck about it. And I commend her for just dropping it and not, you know, running with it, like how all these other people want to keep running with it. They want to keep running with these stupid ass freaking goddamn science articles. Man, you don't know jack shit about nanotech. You tell me I don't know? That shit's dead fish in the water. You think that shit's doing something for people? It ain't doing jack shit. You think it's going to do something for people? You think whatever you think. That nanotech is just another stupid way of trying to get rid of plastic and trying to put it in a new category or something. Like you all you're doing is just making plastics problems and more plastic all over the place. There ain't no damn nanotech. Nanotech is fucking little tiny tubes so they can run little shit through your veins. And you want to talk about fucking, oh, this is great. I'm like, it's not great. You're transhumanist idiot. You're going to freaking, you're living in the city. You're gonna be jacked up into the machine, and it's gonna be dead. You're gonna be dead. You're gonna be walking dead. You're already walking dead because when you hear all the things that people are saying, and you won't listen, you just keep going and going and going. And I'm not talking about Christ. I don't care about that. That shit's not real. It's the Phoenix that's real. I didn't know. I didn't realize that the Phoenix. I chose that name as an allegory, but that shit's real. That's something else. That's actually real, and that's not an allegory. And the whole irony of this whole thing is that Jesus is supposed to be representing the Phoenix. He represents the peacock. And people don't know about the peacock. So when you don't understand about the peacock, you don't understand about Jesus. And you don't understand about the rainbow serpent, and they say quizzical, but that's not how it's pronounced. It's Quetzalcoatl, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I know it's not Quetzalcoatl or whatever. It's Quetzalcoatl, and it's really hard to pronounce because that L and T is like a clock. It's like a t, and it's like a t, and I can't really do it because I'm not used to speaking of Mexicana, and it's really, I need to go and watch that video again and over and over and over again because I know that, like, I gotta get that in my head to stop pronouncing it that way because it's really irritating to people that know that language. And if you ever run into those people and you just say oxalato, they're like, what? What's up? It's, man, come on, bro. And to call to this dude, like, literally, like, flatlined and called my wife a bitch. She was like telling him he was wrong. You're freaking wrong, and you're wrong, and you're an asshole too. Not just that he calls her a bitch, but he's a dick. He's a super dick. He thinks he's a Chad. He's sharing all these freaking what he's like, oh, occultism and esoteric, but he doesn't know none of that shit. He doesn't even know what it means. I figured out what it meant, all of it. Do you know what it means, dude? No, you don't. I share this shit and I tell you that what the triangles mean. It's like fucking, I'm telling him all this shit. I don't have time for it. I'm at work. Da, da, da. Like, that's the same shit that everybody says to me. And I know you don't know what you're talking about. You tell me I'm a failure. But, bro, I've been sitting here back and forth listening to all of you people on the internet, watching you, doing whatever I need to do to counteract fucking clowns that keep coming on my page and doing the same fucking shit. I'm well read. I'm not just internet read. I'm well read. I read a lot of books and I can't get to them because they're all in the prisons now. Like freaking, oh man, I don't want to take anything from him, but when I met him, he freaking pulled a lot of shit from me, for me, way before time. He did it for all of humanity. Jason Bashir's, dude, I gotta freaking talk to him, but he won't. He thinks probably like some guy trying to scam him or some shit. I'm not trying to scam you, dude. I cannot put my real name on the internet because there are fucking Nazis on there that hate black people. And you got to understand, I cannot even get anyone to connect to me because they are somehow got my account restricted. They have everything locked down. It's black. I wish people would share my shit, but they won't listen to me either. They're like, I know it all. I'm like, dude, okay. Yeah, you already know these mainstream guys, but do you understand these small little nuances that I like to speak about? Do you understand the construct of how the eye works? This whole freaking construct. We all just coming into revelation, but someone named Clay Taylor, with his spherical refraction, that he showed how the eye works and how it correlates with the pyramid of Giza. The same thing that Jason Bashir's mentions about in one of his blogs, and I can't remember which one. I was just watching series of them back and back, and I'm listening to these things, and I'm seeing something else now. When he started talking about the Phoenix constructs, the vapor canopy theory, when he started talking about that, I ran into a lot of people, a lot of frauds too. Like, they're still going around saying whatever the hell they want to say. Like, what is that guy? Matthew Burrell or whatever. I donated some money to him. He's just a scam artist. He just wants money. Look at my presentations, golden peanuts. Yeah. I watched him before on Facebook and YouTube. They blocked him on YouTube because you're wrong, dog. You're not finding something. You're wrong. You're taking shit and you're smashing it up to confuse people. It's chaos musician bullshit. Now, people think that that's what I'm doing. No, I'm not doing that. I'm finding correlations, and I'm pointing out nuances that people are not looking at. They won't look at them for some reason. They're like, oh, that's too creepy. That makes my reality shaky, and it makes everything fall apart. Like, well, that's your damn fault. That's your fucking responsibility. That's your problem. That's you talking about, oh, this is negative. That's your fault. What you call negative really is an arbitrary thing in this construct. It's artificial. So you can label anything as negative. You can say electricity is negative, but then because you think it's so negative, you get shocked and you die. That's how you die. You end up dying, or you get shocked all the damn time. You got that guy Electro Boom. He shocks himself all the time and nothing. He ain't afraid of dying. That dude shocks himself all the time. He shocks himself for like the jokes on the internet. He's like, this is dangerous. Ah! And he does it anyway. You want to talk about people and they're like constructs. The world around you is not what it seems. Like he says. And I start talking again, and I start talking. I should keep talking more, because it's like the airwaves are filled with words, and I feel intimidated not to speak. I feel like people are just like, oh, you're an asshole. You're just some guy trying to... I got a my bitterness is it's not without warrant. People are human. They're going to have bitterness in them. You tell, oh, get rid of your negative. No, I'm not negative. I've had a lot of negative things done to me, and I have a positive mindset, and I maintain an optimistic mindset despite how fucked up people are to me, because people are fucked up, and they're behind doors, behind the freaking scenes. Nobody sees it. I'm the first. I'm Aries, so I get the first of your bullshit all the time. And I'm just like, am I playing victim again? Is it my fault again? I gotta fucking constantly to keep thinking over and over and over and over. Did I do something wrong? You know, a lot of people don't have a lot of time for me because I'm always complaining. Yeah, but you know, this is what a blog's for. You complain on the internet now. Now I can just complain for the rest of my goddamn life and probably make money for it. Because, you know, people don't deserve to be treated like shit. And if you got all these assholes that are treating you like shit and to hide in the crevices and the intricacies, they're just sitting there waiting for somebody to, like, they're watching you and they're trying to see if you're vulnerable, and they just want to fuck with you. And they just fuck with you. I'm one of those dudes that just don't want to bother with nobody, and they see me. They don't like that shit. They just want to come up to me and talk to me. Somebody has to come up and talk to me. I don't want that when I'm in public. You know, it's not it's like there's some things that you can say. You can feel like I'm alone. I'm talking about very specific dynamics. People don't know or have boundaries. They don't understand that shit. This dude literally sat there. He lied and said he created a group. It was created by someone else. He didn't create that group. I didn't create that group. I said it in front of them, like I created it vicariously, but I didn't create the group. But he definitely didn't. When you see how the flower of life radiates into itself, there's 3 interlocking patterns, and the third pattern encompasses 3 of the little tiny vescapecies. So if you see the little tiny ones, and you count 1, 2, 3, you can see a vescapisces cover the 3. You see the one that covers the 2, then it covers 4. Those 2 different patterns. Then there's one that covers 3 that's interlacing through, and that's an insane pattern, dude. It just keeps going forever. Whoever did this, it's like a badass fucking construct. Whatever they did, that was a badass construct. They did that. I didn't put those rings together, the flower of life. I need to figure out how to do that. I'm gonna do that later on. And just get one, get it superimposed, and shrink it down. And I would do this with GIMP or something. That shit's really cool. I want to remake it so that it's like, I want to go down in ratios as it goes down, and then make it fit into like what I kept seeing from Clay Taylor's work. That shit was awesome. I want to do that with the circles, and like try to like do that expansion thing that he did. I want to see what it does. I want to see what it looks like and what interference patterns like create. So when they tell you like what was it? There's different I wish I could show you with my fingers, but there's ones inside of the circles. You can't see it because you got this stupid thing going. Like, let's do this. Quit this. Quit this. Open lively. So right where that dissipates in the center, there's like a fold that makes it makes a triangle. Okay, let's see where are we doing. Duh. Wait, what? Is there a there's parallax. Diffusion density. No, I don't want that. I want less. And I want that, yeah. Much better. Okay. Yeah, I can make it look like it's flames. Here, let's see, do the diffusion density. Looks like fire. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of things. Let's make it really small. And then take this down. Right about here. Little squiggles. Splat radius really tiny. Oh, that's so cute. Ooh. I can paint and show you now. Okay. Let's turn the sun rays off. And you can see, let's turn them back on. Put them right about here. Yeah, there you go. So you can see what I'm talking about. And it won't. That's really cool. Parallax is really cool. If it was just stars, I would be really, really, really excited about that. So, where was I talking about? Okay, so right here, from here to here, there's three. Three in the little, I'll say three little rungs in there, and that ladder. And then you have two here, and then two there. So, and then all of that makes four. But they did not do the fourth thing. They only did three. I guess, no, they did do the four. You can't see it. It's like three, then three. It's only three. Okay. There wouldn't be any fours. Okay. Duh. But, you could do it. Make another, like, do four and then four, and it would be eight. And then keep that going. But it's just 2 to 3. 1, 2, and 3. You're like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about this pattern. If you look at it, form constants. Yeah, this form constant of the flower of life. You can make a cube here. Then there's a cube there. There's another cube, and it just keeps going, crescendoing out into existence forever. I see big ass cubes. I see cubes like this. I can't really draw them very well, but I see these cubes crescendoing like the Tesseract all over, everywhere, and all of existence everywhere. But it just like appears a little dots in my vision as static, and I'm just like, this shit has a pattern, yo, and it has like a static pattern. And I go and look at the wall, white wall, and I see the pattern in my eyes. Like, they call it form constant. The form constants. And also when you start talking about and thinking about tetramorphs, it's just like, it's shaped like a Merkaba because it has 4 heads and it has 6 wings. What if they were talking about the Merkaba? Like, what if something that it has come, it's like tetramorph, what? The Sphinx? When he was talking, dude, like when Jason Bashir starts talking, dude, he starts correlating the things that I've been having dreams of. I don't know, like other people have been having dreams of that stuff. I hear them talking. They have different specific dreams. But with me, yeah, like he says, he was like, oh, those numbers means that the AI is trying to trap you. I knew that shit was happening. The deja vu and all that shit is trying to trap me back into being in reality. And I knew that it just automatically, it makes it even harder. I don't know why it does that, but it tries to make it harder. It makes reality harder and more like crystalline. And you're like, you want to be more Christ-like, da-da-da-da-da. But it's not really like that. And I knew that was a bad thing. Where people are like, oh, you want to be crucified. You want to be Christ-like. No, you don't. That's the fucking AI talking, dog. That shit is the AntiChrist. It's Christ. It's literally going to crystalline your ass. And you can't do anything. It's really chaining you down. And it's like a deceptive thing where they're like talking about the light. I know everything's made of light. Even the darkness is light. But when you put a seed in the dirt, in the darkness, it grows. But there's some kind of light that is hitting that plant to tell it, you got to get the other light away so that this light can make this plant grow. There's a specific light that penetrates the earth, and the other one doesn't. And it causes the plant to react because it knows that it's getting that light over the other light more. And that's how they fucking grow, dog. They don't just grow through photosynthesis and these other processes that the scientists can't even explain. There's two different there's waves, there's all kinds of waveforms all over, and the sun is penetrating the earth to resonate another frequency out of the earth as well too, and then the earth is also radiating its own frequencies. But then this resonance that's happening creates this massive order of matter right there that's coming from the sun, also coming from the earth itself, and then it creates a wave pattern. Literally, like we're standing in that wave pattern. It's a standing wave too, and that wave pattern is resonating off the edges of all of the universe. This specific universe, because it's finite. And they want to tell you it's infinite. It's not infinite. We live in a cathode. We live in a cathode. You go and look at like a plasma ball. You touch the shit, and then the lightning bolts all touch your hand underneath. That is literally what we're inside of. But you're not going to think about that. You're not going to believe that. You're not going to think about that. You're not going to want to believe that. Sapphire Project, they figured out that the sun's encapsulated. So they encapsulated it in their little laboratory and created the sun in their laboratory. It's called Sapphire Project. People laugh at that shit, talk so much shit. Bro, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Quantum does not exist. It's not real. You cannot calculate the position of an atom. You'll never be able to. You keep saying that you can, you'll never be able to. You're lying. You can't even calculate the position of an electron or a muon or a neuron, or because the neurons even change places. They die and then they go somewhere else. You know how fast they disappear and then reappear? Just as fast as an atom. And the other thing is, your neurons burn out just as fast as your freaking goddamn atoms that die out in your cells. They're instantaneous deaths. All around you, within you, all around you, all the time. It's not a static picture like this. When you close your eyes, you see all of these white prickly things bouncing off of your face. You're saying, oh, that's the interference from outside light. And all this stuff, that's your blood pumping through your body. That's your cells dying. That's the light coming from the sun blasting through the walls into your house and hitting your eyes and hitting you, because the sun is strong as hell, dude. It's blasting, radiating through the house, through your house. It doesn't matter how insulated your house is. It radiates through your house. The sun is strong as hell. It shoots X-rays and gamma rays through your house. You can't stop that shit. That's why your house heats up. Something is happening, and it's just not hitting the surface. It's resonating the whole structure, and it's causing it to vibrate, and that vibration causes friction, and that friction causes heat, and that heat causes your house to warm up, and you got to get an air conditioner and turn that on to blast all the hot air that's accumulating within outside again. It's not just this little surface bullshit that you want to say, because gamma rays pass right through you every day, and they're wiping your cells out here and there, or whenever you think. You walk through a freaking concentrated blast of gamma radiation from the sun, and that's stronger than anything on this planet that can radiate your mother trucking ass. And you sit there and you're like, 5G, 10G. 10G exists, actually. You don't even know what you're talking about. 10G is now. They have freaking 10G, dog. Shut up about 5G. You don't know what you're talking about. They got 11G, dog. It's gigahertz. It's the frequency, bandwidth frequency, and that's not amplitude. That's just turning the dial on the radio, and it's not amplitude, because you can freaking, amplitude is how hard the wave is gonna hit your mother trucking ass, and that shit is just like rain. It's not doing anything to us, and they're lying to you. Oh, it's poisonous. It's causing your cells to die. Okay, no, you sitting on your ass and not doing anything, and going to a job that makes you stand there all day. That's why you're dying. You're drinking fucking goddamn fluoride water. That's why you're dying. Bro, talk all that shit. They convinced you that poison will fucking miraculously, and you convince yourselves too. You're like, oh, it's not a problem. I'm gonna keep drinking this water out of the tap. Everybody knows, a lot of people know not to drink the water out of the tap. It's bad. Don't do it. But then you won't protest against it. That's the one fucking thing. That's the one thing that people need to be freaking turning their fucking attention to. All these spiritual minded environmentalists, freaking whoever, the hoo-has, and freaking new age. If you're not talking about cleaning the water and changing that, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I don't want to hear jack shit about your spirituality. I'm not talking about being kind. Being kind is cleaning the water. That's the thing, yo. You want people to die. You just want to make money, try to get money yourself, and I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Hunger strike. I will not eat your products. I will not consume your fucking trash. Your corporations. I will not be a part of your bullshit. You cannot convince me anymore. I am not a liar. I am not a thief. But I am banned on all of these platforms, shadow banned, so that I get a fair say, so that until I cross the line, so that they can block me. And they want to block me because they don't like how I'm talking. I'm not a good dude, so to speak, which is a lie. I'm actually a good person. I don't care what anybody says. People try to tell me, they're like, oh, you're coming up in the world. You're talking shit about people coming up. No, you're selling out to fucking corporations, and you need to stop because they got more money than you, and yeah, you want to feel comfortable, but you've been babied. You're a baby here. You're a baby person. You're a baby person now. You're being spoon-fed. You're a baby person now. And majority of you can't wash your own damn clothes. A lot of them like, oh, I wear white shirts all the times so that I have my white separated and all of that. That's not how you wash clothes. You don't really know how to wash clothes. You put it in the washing machine and then you just leave it. And then you go and put it in your dryer and then you leave it. And then you just go about your convenience. And you know, most of the black people in the world created the devices that you use. And your white technology come behind it and make it better. And then say that we did it. You didn't do it. You didn't do it all by yourself. Black people live on this planet way before you. And you're mad about that. That's another damn thing. That's what sucks. I've been here before. And everybody, every race all over, mad about that shit. Then they won't believe the shit that the Muslims tell them and the Islams tell them about fucking big head scientists. And I'm like, whoa. Everything clicks. And then you're like, oh, like, that shit can't be real. I'm like, oh my God. How can it not be real? You don't have enough data to not. You cannot even dispute it. There's enough data to refute your claim to even make that one real. Even more real than what the fuck you could even say from your little stupid, positive, so-called positive, humble mindset. It's not positive. You're just satirical. And you're cynical and you're hateful and you just don't want to change. You're freaking scared of your own existence. Your reality can just change on your motherfucking ass. And you just go crazy. And you flip the hell out. And whose fault is that? It's not anyone's fault but your own. I'm one of those people that face the danger. I don't give a crap about it. I want to know about it. You know, majority of the people have herpes. You say you don't have herpes, you have it. You don't have symptoms that you might have herpes. You might have herpes simplex 1. There's 3 different herpes, okay? There's the one that fucking pops up on your genitals. And then there's the one that makes you have cold sores. And then there's the other one, that's chicken pox. A lot of people got chicken pox. And that's herpes. That's chicken pox. It's herpes. Chicken pox is herpes, and so is shingles. They call it all these different things so to make you feel like, but if you get chicken pox, you get herpes, it can come back again. Bell's palsy is from herpes. That shit that Justin Bieber has is from herpes. It's from cold sores. It's from all the same shit. It's when it affects a facial nerve. And I've had it happen to me. I'm going to die that way, I guess, because it's going to happen again, I'm pretty sure. Or it won't happen because I chose to change my diet, which was really the case. I changed my diet. There's no fucking such thing as any of that shit. I never had any problems. I don't have fucking genital warts either. I'm thank God, whatever, for that. I don't care about any of that shit, because when you start worrying about that shit, that's when it fucking happens. That's when you're scared, and then it like starts happening to you, and then all these things start happening to you. You go through this series of events that make you confirm it in your mind that it happened to you, but it didn't happen to you. Nothing really happens to anyone. You're experiencing, like he says, informed fields. You're a field of perturbation. You're a perturbating field. You're contained in other fields of other fields, like this image that you're looking at on my screen. You can just imagine these 3D orbs everywhere, but they're like kind of like the toroid. They're more of like the 2 Vesca Pisces within the circle that you see here. And then you keep seeing them perturbate throughout this whole construct, all right? There's the eye just going down, down, down. There's this big eye with 2 slits in it. And if it's another slit within the middle, and you're like, reptilian, ah! Reptiles are so fucking beautiful, but they never get the chance to become evolved on this planet. Not this planet. That's what sucks. There are 2 specific alien races that live on the ground. They're so-called alien races. But, yeah, they're alien, technically. Yeah, they live on the ground. And they have, one has cone heads, and the other one has, yeah, it's like what the fucking old Chinese folklore says. It's like the ones that have the cone heads, and then they got the elongated skulls, and then you got the other guys that have the big gray heads. Like they got big heads. They're like big head scientist kind of guys, really crazy looking dude, but they're all black. And then you got the other ones that are golden, and they got gold skin. Golden child is literally that the Buddha with he's got a cone head, dog. That's where all that, the mythology and all that stuff comes from. And you got these people that wear their clothes. They have these freaking sharp shoulder clothes. The clothes have the sharp shoulders. Every time you see that stuff, it's literally those people. They got this amazing ability to transform in their image. They can take the field around them and turn it into anything. So you think they're reptilian. They're not reptilian. They're the cone heads. They're the cone people. Their heads are coned, and they got golden skin, and they glow. They fucking are the shining ones. They're called the shining ones, and they're fucking nuts. Okay, that's why all the Chinese people have the super psychic abilities. And like putting all this shit together, I was just like, fuck. It's taking too long for all of this. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, this stuff's not real. And then you get these little clips of stuff that was real, because I've seen these videos of these kids passing sand through a freaking goddamn glass jar. Yeah, I've seen it. It's not fake. And then when I can't wait till they release this shit, and you're gonna be like, oh, that's CGI. I'm like, now it's CGI because CGI exists prevalently. But that video, those videos that they release, when they release them of the super psychics, you're gonna be blown away. And then your skin's gonna, people that see it, they're gonna be full of themselves. They're not gonna believe it. And then there's people that, like you and me, that dabble with technology here and there because they know enough about it to just get on it and get off of it, or just to isolate themselves to one specific thing that they want to do, because they're not going to flood themselves with subscriptions of this and that and this and that. I'm not going to pay for any kind of subscription. And a lot of people don't even see the oscillating effects of reality around them. So like, this is black, that's white, this is white, and then that's black. You got three pillars perturbating throughout existence. This is hard to explain. This is so hard to explain. So the overlaying pattern, the triple DNA, it's all in this picture that I'm showing you right here. This construct also has a lot of other things in it that a lot of people are not going to look at. They're just going to overlook it. Like, be kind is something that's hard to explain. Because when everyone has their, biases, and then you can be kind by leaving this person alone, or be kind, but then also you're being cruel by ignoring that person. There's people that you're by being stubborn, you have said, this person's negative. You have to watch them. You have to really know if they're negative. You can't really know. And they're going through a lot of negative experiences doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad people. That's what happens with a lot of people in the prisons. They get thrown in there and they're not really bad people. They shouldn't even be in there, some people. They've just been framed by the goddamn government. I wonder why Jason Bashir doesn't talk about that very specific. That's very specific to a lot of inmates that he's like been in jail about. Like, there's some dudes that don't belong in there. They've been framed, and it's just black dudes. They don't belong in there. So this overlaying pattern, it could be seen as an oscillating pattern. You have this pattern here, so you start here to 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 here. So all of this, you see these patterns coming through. If you just follow a line across, you can see it. There's an imaginary line that looks like a mirror effect with the pattern. And the closer each circle touches and pulls away, it creates an oscillating pattern that makes on and off. I see this all the time in reality, on and off, on and off. This has to be a computer. We're living in a fucking computer program. Like he says, I'll agree with those things. It has to be. And the less you fear, the more it will work for you. The less you fear. Like, it's not, you can't hate, because hate is fear too. Hate is like a catalyst of fear. And I learned that shit a hard way, because it's just like, I hate this. And it turns into, you end up hating everything. You hate one thing, you hate everything. You're gonna hate it all eventually, because it's all connected. This shit is all connected because it's made out of light from the cathode. The sun is projecting this image, but it's not coming from the sun. It's fucking weird. I can't even explain it, because You can show it in all those fucking demonstrations, the simulated demonstrations. You can simulate all kinds of shit. This dude, he's been, I don't know. I don't think he's crazy. I think he's got a different kind of mindset. Was it Stephen Christ? You should check him out. Y'all are getting into like, but then you don't want you want him to stay protected. You don't want to reveal him. It's like we're being sequestered, like he said. All of the errants, or we're errants or whatever we're called, where we're like defiant against the system, and we wake up like Neo, and then the agents aren't coming after us actually, but they're actually like pushing all the people that don't want to wake up away from us. They just like push them farther and farther away. The more you wake up, the more they push you away. You get pushed away from each other, and then they isolate you. So you're isolated to the point where you almost want to kill yourself. Literally. And I've been there. I get it. Dude, I'm like, oh my God, what's happening to the world? I can't be around people. What is going on? Am I fucking evil? It really is trying to turn us into evil. It's like trying to make us feel evil, make us be evil so that but it's like, look at you. As soon as you do all the shit that the Phoenix looks at, it's like the Phoenix is going to be like, you're so full of darkness. Ah, but I can't do anything. It's them dead. They're dead. And then now you're like, have to go through these bolts of karma again. But the end of days, what if the end of days is the end of days in this simulation? If it melts the world, okay, I'm ready. You got kids that are preparing. They're like, I can feel it. I had a dude named, no, I'm not going to tell you your name. Because people that I know personally, I'm not going to talk about. But people that are putting themselves out on the internet, like, you know, you already know their name. They're not afraid. I'm not afraid to put my name. The thing is, I don't want to be doxxed. People will dox your motherfucking ass. And it has nothing to do with anything. I don't have money to fucking go to court and stop people from taking my name. And I don't have enough of that money to do that shit. I don't have time to do that shit. I have to focus on my work. That dude was in prison. I'm literally like sequestered in my own prison where I have a computer and I have all of the access and all of the time of all of the day to look for technology and new tech, learn about new like old ass techs from so many different years of different times, and finding out that like that this stuff was real, that this imagery that they had was real. It wasn't just drawn. It wasn't a fool. It's not fooling you to think that demons existed. These spirits would manifest right in front of your eyes if you did these certain things and said these certain things, because the simulation was different then. Now the simulation is not like that. It tried really hard to make it so that you did not want to believe that your beliefs create reality, and then it resets the shit and then it makes it completely the opposite of that, so that everybody doesn't believe for real. And then you have these few that wake up and they're like, I remember the world of magic. I remember that world where they were creating chimeras and they were walking around in the world all around us, and people were fucking them. They were doing the things to them, and it was bad. And then the king came out of the sky and killed them all. But it wasn't the king. It was the Phoenix. And they lied about it. They lied about a lot of things in the past. It's the Phoenix. They're afraid of, they want you to be afraid of that shit too, so that you get destroyed right along with them. And they want you to die because they know they're about to die. They know they see something beautiful, they want to destroy it. That's why they're doing what they're doing. Nowhere in your heart you want to do something like that. Destroy children like that. There's nothing in your heart that makes you want to do that. And if you're in your heart, you won't do that. The more you wake up in yourself, the more you wake up in your heart, you won't want to do that. You don't want to destroy other people, no matter how young they are, no matter how small and innocent and helpless they are. Because you are, they're helpless. They're powerless like me, but I'm stronger than them in this instant. Like, fuck you, dog. You're spiritually weak-minded. Treat children like that. You're beyond weak-minded. You're a disease that needs to be blotted out. People tell me I'm a hateful person. I like have random people coming on my page, watching me. What the heck are you? What do y'all got problems for with me, dude? What do you do? What you got going on? You're literally competing with me on the internet, on Facebook, and all these other platforms. Whoever they were on Facebook. I don't even want to like broadcast on Facebook because people are ratchet on Facebook. They get on my page and they talk so much shit to me. Don't clown on my page. I'm talking about specific things that are very specific. If you want to listen and then you want to chime in and mess in the comments, I don't have time for your negative shit. Like how a lot of people say. But they want to say I'm negative. Me talking about this is not negative, yo. I have a lot of people that think they can come out of the woodwork and just say what the fuck they are, whatever, because they're nobodies. They're literally nobodies. And me coming up with my platform, I bought a computer, I bought this shit because I knew what I wanted to do. I know what I want to do. I want to blog to the world and tell them about the Phoenix. I didn't know about the Phoenix until I realized it after the fact. And then this guy comes into the world and he helps confirm it. I didn't really believe or know anything about it. Very specific. And now I understand everything now. He's like a fucking Morpheus. It's so crazy. Jason Bashir's is like a Morpheus. The Matrix, the allegories in the Matrix are real. The movie, it's all of it's shit that's going on, and it's like shit that's been reversed in the scenes in your mind, so that when you look at something, it implicates something in your mind, but it's actually the reversal. So whatever is implicated in your mind is real, and what you're seeing on the screen is a false image. It's not real, but it implicates what is real in your mind. And that fucking movie, it tells you about what's actually happening to you in reality, so-called reality. This is a simulation. But you're not jacked into a system. When you die, your source returns to something else. The source is this little spark, like he says. There's no silver cord. When you dream, you're in the real world, yo. You're in the real world when you're in dreams. Your dreamer is dreaming other dreams. I can't even explain that shit. I can't even explain it. And the more I read Seth's material, the more it like made sense to me. Now all of this makes more sense than ever. And people are just like, you can't just draw all these conclusions out of nothing. And I've had people argue this is my personal path. You can't argue my personal path. Dude, I'm not making shit up for you. Anyway, I'm not making anything up. People literally will try to turn it into, you're making shit up just to not work. You're making all this stuff up. This is literally their excuse you're making this up so you don't get a job. What is it to you that I don't get a job? Go fuck yourself. What does that have to do with any fucking thing? I'm not a fucking loser, and I don't fucking know how to not take care of my fucking kids. My kid. Now that I have a kid, now I'm irresponsible. These people, this talk so much fucking shit off on the side. This asshole wants to tell me I'm a failure. Dude, if you were in my face, I'll box your motherfucking ass. Not just box you. To say that shit in my face, dude, I'm old school, dog. You come and fuck with me, I'ma square off on you. I don't give a fuck about no guns or none of that shit. Dude, you're a punk bitch with a gun anyway. I don't care if the government takes the guns or not. Yo, punk ass bitches with guns. You're weak. Guns are a sign of powerlessness. The government has all the guns, so they're the weakest motherfuckers of them all. And you defending yourself with a gun, dude, I have a fucking strong ass mind. I don't need a gun. I'm like Bruce Lee. I don't need a gun. You think Bruce Lee's a joke? That nigga didn't catch no bullet with his teeth, but he ain't a joke. He ain't a joke. You ain't gonna catch him, dude. You ain't gonna catch me with no gun. You're not. Because I already know what type of mother trucker you are beforehand. And usually if I feel it, I'll ask, you got a gun on you? I don't want to hang out with you. I'm far away from your mother trucking ass. Anybody that got a gun, I don't want to be around them. I don't usually go in places where I would need one either. You say you'll never need one. You're in a city, you need a gun. You're in the country, you won't need a gun because there ain't nobody out there. Everybody's in the city. Ain't nobody gonna shoot your mother trucking ass in the fucking shit because there's police. There's another thing. But if there was no police, there would be no guns. Guns, if it wasn't for guns and cops, your motherfucking ass couldn't square off on me. You wouldn't be able to fight me. It'd be a whole nother world. A lot of you talk a lot of shit on the internet. And if you were in my face, dude, that's not assault. That's not a threat. You would not be able to square off on me. As soon as you take one step to punch me or hit me in my mouth because you don't like what I'm saying, bro, it'll be over. And that's what usually motherfuckers do. That's usually what the case is about a lot of this whole masculine, I'm a man, I got fucking brilliant fucking ideas, and I'm trying to get the lady. Man, grow up, bro. I even have a woman. I didn't try to outsmart her to be with her. See, that's what all dumbass dudes was wrong with y'all. Let me get smart so that she knows who I am. No. Bro, you want to get intuitional. You want to get loving. You want to go back to your childhood where all of that shit where you like wanted to play and goof the fuck off. That's what she likes, dog. She don't like that serious dumbass motherfucker that wants to make money. She don't like that shit. She don't want that shit. I don't care what none of them say. A lot of white women will scream and advocate for this crap. And they'll be like, give me my ass back. I can't live outside on the bugs. Ticks. You know, if we were out there taking care of shit, there wouldn't be fucking goddamn plagues. That's what that's for, dog. That's really what the point is saying. You got plagues, you're supposed to be taking care of the earth. You're supposed to be growing plants that are companion plants that grow with each other so that the shit don't go over crazy, dog. And you don't have all these, you have different kinds of different species of bugs that pop out of everywhere, nowhere. Because they do. Humans, they pop out of nowhere. You know why? Because this is a simulation. Whole fucking civilizations just disappear and you're like, what the fuck? Because they really phased out of existence. Really, they did. Oh, this guy's crazy. He's so fucking nuts. No. This is a blog, and I'm here talking to myself because I want to be reminded of the truth. I'm tired. I spent a lot of time and it infiltrated my shit and it got me fucking really angry. Going there, going to places, making me look ratchet as hell on the internet. And I'm just tired of the crap. You got these guys that are like literally making fun of UFOs. Yeah, he's such a sound mind. Charlie, such a sound mind. Yeah, right. Dude, that guy's not, that's the least moral motherfucker I've ever met. He sounds like a desk jockey. You sound like a jockey. You're lying to people. Bro, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're telling me to stop it? You stop it. Stop it before somebody finds out that you're lying and they sue your motherfucking ass. You're trying to play it safe and you're wrong. Your shit's dying. Eventually people are going to find out you're full of crap. Or you can just string them along as long as you do and you just fall into the pit like the rest of them. Because that's what they do. They fall into the dungeon pit. You're in a dungeon. Dungeon of fucking chat. What you're trying to flip it around and like say to these guys like what I'm saying is crazy. I'm not on the same road of Corey Good and David Wilcock. I'm not on that shit. That guy's nuts. He's lying. He's at his wit's end. I spent time, diligent time, learning about what the fuck. I can't even, like, it's like you got two people pitting against each other. There's another guy. What's it? Stephen Cambrian. Yeah. On Truth Seekers. Yeah, I'm dropping these names because like they're just a waste of time. I sat there for days trying to figure out, watching video after video. Dude, you're not revealing anything. You're not talking about it. You're just talking shit about, look what this guy's doing. You're basically doxing him. Really, you need to stop. It's called doxing, dog. You're stealing his content, and you can be sued for that shit. You can't even really take his clips like that and then talk over them. You can't really do that either. You can, kinda. There's a boy at the end of the lines, taking up like a couple of minutes, but you're literally taking like 15 minutes of his videos, and like you can't really do that, dude. You can't. That's not cool. You're like so obsessed with trying to like expose David Wilcock. You just read John Lash and you know that the reptilian agenda is bullshit. You'll just find all of that out and that's bullshit. Okay. The Archons aren't real either. They're Irregors. They're like created by people sitting around meditating for them to be real. So then they get a result, and then they're like, oh yeah, we did it. And that's because of their psychic shit, that how this construct works. And if you get enough people to do it, you got so many. Come on, dude. Like, you know how many people think Jesus is real? There's so many people. They're doing it all over. But they superimpose their Irregor into Jesus. So they got all these symbolisms in Jesus that refer. So the symbols suck. That's the AntiChrist, what you're looking at, the Jesus figure. It sucks all of the fucking goddamn energy into that image. The INRI on the top of the ribbon with the fucking cross. That image, very specific. With they're gonna soon start putting his silhouette in there. They're gonna start putting his fucking his like dark imprint there where he used to be, like bloodstain, and you're gonna see it. Because they want to make it as realistic as possible. So people are going to get so accurate with their minds about it. It's going to refer more attention to the cross. The cross, which connects to the star, Rifram star, which connects to other things. It's not evil, but it refers into these things, into their construct, which is an Irregor, and that Irregor gets life through all of these symbols. The Irregor is evil because they want it to be evil. They want it to be malicious. They don't want it to help people. They want it to destroy things. They just want ultimate destruction. They want to destroy you. They want to destroy us. They want to destroy me, anyone else. The reason why they want to destroy you is because they hate what is beautiful. It still reflects the original world. And they want to massacre it. They want to fucking maim it. They want to destroy it. They hate beauty. They hate it. They want to use all of the symbols that recognize beauty as well. Like, it just correlates to it. And they want to use it for the devices of evil. And evil doesn't really exist. It's just like the reverse of living. You look at it, you're like, that word doesn't make sense. If you reverse words, they don't make sense sometimes. And then that one is like evil. That's like a word somebody just made up. Because they turned it into that. And then you got this so-called archaic spelling of it with the 2 L's. Pillars. Yeah. That dude is the real deal. I'm the real deal too, and I know it. I know I'm the real deal because I am psychic as hell. I would not have run into that guy. The correlations of what's going on and all of these things that happen, he's talking about what he's talking about. He's really similar to me. And I don't want to take credit for shit. I can't take credit for shit. But there's certain things that he's explaining about his life, very specific, that I'm doing too. But I know the books are there and I can't get to them. That's the fucking problem. And I'm not that guy. I'm cataloging something else on the internet. And they're like, well, I'm not. He's like, literally, he's creating oppositions. And I'm like, dude, don't do that. You can't freaking do that. You can't do that. You're talking about you're better than other people because you fucking were in prison. That you got the advantage. No, and I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. You're close, and I'm not arguing with you. I'm not pissed off. I'm not coming with no negativity. But you're saying that you learned all this stuff in the jail with all the books. You had got all those books because they're tucked in the jail. But that makes you the real deal because you got the access to the knowledge. But I don't have any access to the knowledge. You know that I'm not the real deal because I use the internet. Dude, there's so many other people out there. And if you don't have enough knowledge and understanding, you won't even get as far as you did. And you're a particular kind of person. But there's people that are on the same caliber with you. Really, you're not paving the road. You're coming out showing your knowledge. That's good. I'm glad you're doing it, Jason. But dude, I am trying to talk to you. I've been trying to talk to you for like weeks. I've been sending emails. It's like, I know you're probably busy. Everybody's always busy. It's crazy. I don't understand how everyone's busy everywhere. And me, I got all this time in the world and I can't get any resources, any avenue to get anywhere closer to what the goal I'm trying to accomplish. The goal that I'm trying to accomplish is get all the great heads together that are not in the mainstream. People that I keep meeting on the internet that I know have They have brilliant fucking goddamn abilities, and I just I see them, acknowledge them, and I can't even talk to them. I can't even get anywhere near. Facebook blocks my messages. Facebook blocks everything. It makes it so that you don't even check me out because of suspicion of my name. Phoenix is the name that I was going to choose. I had no reason, any other reason in my past to know about what the Phoenix was. And now I understand what the Phoenix was. I was told the Hopi's myths, so-called myths, they're not myths. And I didn't want to believe that shit. I didn't want to believe a lot of things. I'm not hard-headed like a lot of people. They're hard-headed. Then because of that hard-headedness, the internet has all these protocols that make it even harder to get connected to people. I want to connect. I can't. It's fucking a pain in the ass. It's so sad. It's not cool. Makes no sense. So, this isn't like a plea for help or anything. This is like, yo, I got some knowledge I want to spit. There's some things that I know about. It's like, but why is it always white people talking on the internet? And then I don't see a single glint of any kind of white person. I don't see no white people talking about this. I only see white people talking about this stuff. I don't see no black people talking about it. And the thing is, I see like a selectiveness in all of these communities everywhere. I don't see people like even trying to look to see what's going on. They don't have time. I don't have time either. I have all the time in the world to make blogs like this and to catalog what I'm talking about. But I got to make more proofs so that I get more attention on the internet. And I'm just going to talk about it just to a certain degree. I'm not going to go like, "Oh, I need to." I don't want to. It just sucks that I'm trying. Like I'm talking to dude in the email. I haven't even gotten the email back. I mean, there's probably a lot of people he's talking to, but it sucks. It really does. It sucks to you have you see all these people have brilliant connections with other people, and then they're talking, and you can't get a single goddamn word in. Nothing. Over and over and over again. I got these. I don't know what the hell that is about. Well, one of my friends' blog. I mean, he said it was good, but it wasn't good for me. I didn't get to finish what I was talking about. There's a lot of things that I'm still ready. I'm not done. I'm not done, yo. I have a long ass story to tell. I'm not done. It's a long ass story. It's not just me making shit up. I don't understand how the whole internet is so selective the way that it is. It's selective. People are selective. And they're selective in a way that they want to protect themselves. And for years I've been saying this, that you got people that are like, "Oh, I'm an empath." You're not an empath. You're empathetic. Okay? You're not an empath. All humans are empathetic, okay? But you're not an empath. You're not isolated specifically as one kind of human that can see and feel all feelings all around you everywhere. You cannot feel the feelings of other people. You are lying. You do not feel how I feel. You don't know. You can't know. You can't feel the electricity coming out of the freaking computer. You can't feel the electricity coming out of the TV. You can hear sounds. I don't know where that one video where this guy's talking about the 532 hertz and then it's superimposed over your natural rhythm sounds or some shit. No, it's the opposite or whatever. And that sound is causing a static and it's making you angry. When I listen to music, I calm the fuck down, dog. When I stop listening to music and I go for like weeks on not listening to it, I get fucking angry. Because I'm angry because I'm not happy. I'm angry because there's no music in my life to make me feel good. Like when you don't listen to music, it's the opposite. You're angry when you don't listen to music. It's not angry when you're, I don't know about the radio, the static on the radio and all that shit. That fucking bullshit is bullshit. That's bullshit. People try to do the Daisy of Death garbage. Dude, stop that. That shit is garbage. You got brain damage. You got brain damage. If there's people all over the world that knew about the flower of life, it had nothing to do with the Jews. It had nothing to do with the flower of the David, the Star of David. It had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with Zionists. It had nothing to do with any of the shit that we know today. Except for the shit that people are now discovering without bias through it. By drawing it on paper, turning it into, it's a spiritual symbol that does a lot for us consciously. And you call it a Daisy of Death. You're an idiot. You're getting further away from the truth. And you're getting sucked into the AI. The AI is sucking you into itself, assimilating you so that you don't want to see all the symbols that your ancestors left for you to wake your motherfucking ass up. It's crazy as hell how that's the one universal shape that does all of the things that you know all around you to wake you up. But then they're the ones that are just like, this is the evil one. This is the thing of the evil. I'm like, when the fuck is it? When? And then you got the cynical mind that's like, this shit don't mean anything. You think numbers mean? Bro, those numbers, the gematria is not going to wake you up. It's not going to wake other people up. It keeps you stuck in the simulacrum. You're even harder in the simulacrum than the people that fucking know about the don't know about the shit. You're stuck in the patterns. You're like, I gotta find more patterns. Gotta find more patterns. Gotta find more patterns. More angel numbers. More patterns. More angel numbers. More deciphering. More coding. You can't stop coding. You can't stop decoding. You can't stop it. You're addicted to decoding. You're addicted. And they're playing with your dopamine levels. And that's all the construct of these, how molecules fit together. And they all fit together in that arrangement. That arrangement that you're seeing on the screen right there. Right there, they fit in that arrangement. And then you can see, and you look a little bit harder, you can find a pentagram. But you're not going to see it because you gotta really know math. Well, the pentagram's there. The pentagrams are in there, but you can't see them. And those pentagrams are interlocking as well with those the hexagrams. The cube shapes that have the seemingly 6 points. It's actually 8, because in three dimensions, they're all going in 8 points. Okay, so makes cube, and then you say the cube of Saturn. I'm like, dude, that's just made up bullshit, pseudo fucking spirituality, it's pseudo religion bullshit, neo-Nazi garbage. I was really mad about it. I almost believed it for a little bit too. It's like, it's just like, no, dude, that fucking black cube is not real, dude. You want to talk about the black goo? That's what they're gonna do, though. That shit's real. That magnetic goo that they're gonna try to inject into everyone and then like mess with you. They're gonna animate the dead with their magnetic fields. They can do this. They've done it before. And they're gonna like convince people that they're gods with it. It's so stupid. And the other thing is, Yeah, they got a technology where you can have booming fucking voices that are like broadcast in your head because they figured out the your brain frequencies. They know that the thoughts can pass over into your head, but your thoughts have very specific frequencies, yo. They're not just your thoughts, really. They come from other entities. And you're gonna be like, "What? How do I know if my thoughts are mine?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they are yours. They're not yours. They belong to the soul, and the soul creates thoughts based on your experience. It really does. So it creates new thoughts, and so that you have harder and stronger beliefs about what you think is real in reality. And the more you think about things, the stronger it becomes, right? That's how it works, right? And when you have all these things that you're thinking about, which a lot of people do have, and a lot of young males, like 23 or whatever, they're going through the rebellious stage where they just don't believe anything. Well, once you get in the 30s, you're going to start seeing shit, and it's going to start making things happen in your life. Either you could be bitter, or you wake the fuck up into love, and you start loving yourself again, and you do all the things that your mom has destined you to do into the world. It was love a woman, and love a woman the right way. And you love a woman the right way, your whole life unfolds. But you can love a woman that's not a woman yet, that's a young woman, growing up into it, to wanting to be a mother. All women are frustrated because they want to be mothers. One way or another, they want to be a mother. And they can't be a mother. They'll say that they don't want to have a kid. But deep down, they want to. And that's why they feel like shit all the time. That's why their bodies feel like crap. And I'm not saying, oh, they need to get laid. No. No, respectably, they want to bear a child if they never had one, and their bodies are telling them to, but their minds are telling them no because of society and how everything is. This is what my point is. That's not, I'm trying to trap women into a sexual predatory existence. No. Don't fucking misinterpret my words. And I really can't stand that when people do that. I say things bluntly in a way that makes it sound like I'm being negative, and I can't deal with it. Because there's so many interpretations all around the world. I had to really, really break down my thoughts. And I've been angry for so long because I see how things go, and then things are just never going to go that way. I can't change the world. People are going to be brainwashed, like he says. People are going to be brain fucking washed. I need to listen to people that listen to other people, though. And that's the problem. When you don't have other people that listen to other people and they just listen to themselves most of the time, they're just listening to themselves and not really... And they're forced to listen to themselves like how I am. I'm forced to listen to myself. I have to criticize myself. I'm criticizing myself more than I criticize anyone else. And I know that I have to be lighthearted. I have to let up on myself and stop being so critical. Moist critical. Yuck. Like, why? And then why, most of his blogs are talking about poop and shit and dildos, and that you don't have respect for yourself and life around you. That's not modest. You don't have a moral construct, bro. Moist critical. Yuck. Dude, yuck. Super cringe. You're not a Chad. You work out. You're not a Chad. You got to understand your heritages, dude. You're hanging out with a Mongoloid. That's another thing. He's a Mongoloid. And that's one of the things that you got to really understand. What Mongoloids are. And where they come from and why. You're going to need to look up big-headed scientist, bro. For real. Go look it up. You just, this can't be true. This can't be true. I dropped all the lying ass, cheating ass, freaking thieving ass people on the internet. I used to watch Markiplier. No, never again. Markiplier's a good dude. Yeah, right. Bullshit. Freaking the dudes that he hangs out, the dudes that follow him or he has on his shows, random, like Wade. Wade's cool, kinda, but he says some fucked up shit randomly. Then you have the other guy, the straight an asshole. I don't even remember his name. He's not rememberable. He's an asshole. And then you got Jacksepticeye. Okay. I feel bad about his dad dying and people talking shit about, but he's a dick too. He was a dick, and he kind of brought that onto himself. He didn't deserve it, but he brought it onto himself because I remember all his old fucking posts. I remember all his old videos. I used to watch him too. Him and Markiplier, both of them, at a long time ago. They're toxic. They're toxic freaking streamers. They talk shit about people behind everybody's back. They act like they're better than you. They're like, oh, we're so grateful we're making money now. You sold out to like colleges, to go into college, and you sold out to everybody. And you got all these people to freaking like swamp your shows. And now you have bots. There's people that are pissed off at you, and they're literally flooding your shit with bots, and you're getting mad. You're like, oh, YouTube won't stop this shit. That's straight bullshit. You threw a bunch of people under the bus, and you deserve whatever hate that you get. You're not doing good. You're not doing good. That's why, like a lot of shit that showed, oh, I broke my foot, you're talking about it. You hurt yourself, you're talking about it. I got guts problems, and you're talking about it, you're telling people. I'm like, man, come on, bro. I feel bad for you, but at the same time, I don't. You're eating trash. You eat trash. You eat, like, you go to the freaking you go to all of these places and you eat garbage. You eat Takis. You eat all, like, you won't hear the right shit. If I go on, I don't want to have nobody tell me anything. That's fucked up. But then you want to like talk about how I was suicidal, I had cancer, feel sorry for me. Dude, hell no. Hell no. And you know what? Y'all bought the bait. He's like a little sad dog, like a dog man. It's a sad little puppy. Oh, just get him belly rubs. He's so cute. The people get away with that shit. You come into an old man. You can't keep that shit up. You're broadcasting to little kids. That's cringe. Most of your audience is tiny little kids. And that's cringe. It's cringy. You go see therapy. Bullshit. You're trapping those kids. You're lying to them. Them kids don't need therapy. You need therapy because you're a pedophile. And I know it. Yeah, you got girlfriends. Okay, whatever. They're pedophiles too. I've seen females that are pedophiles too. And you know what? I'm calling it out for what it is. It's suspicious that you're so popular. It's suspicious that you're popular and then I can't get any fucking views. It just struggles along. That's bullcrap. That's bullcrap. Bullcrap. You got lucky. Yeah, right. You got lucky. No. You met somebody that has money and they freaking hooked you up. You kept begging for sponsorship. Man, come on, dude. I don't want to hear anybody's mouth. You want to sell out. Then you talk shit about people calling you out on selling out. And then you're like, that's bullshit. Yo, you can't tell me for taking care of myself. You didn't take care of yourself. You cheated people out of their fucking glory so that you can fucking ride on their shit. Get out of here. You sold out. That's what it fucking is. You cheated a bunch of minorities out of their fucking money so that you can have the top tier. That's how you get up there. That's how only way you can. You can't save money anywhere these days. So How you making buku bucks? You either win the lottery or you're fucking selling out to the mafia. Because there's way more poor people out there than there are rich people. You can go to a fucking IT school and go and say, I did this and that, and you can talk. You talking your way up? I know you did something else. You're good at talking and talking shit and running your ass and selling the construct. It's funny. It's funny. And the thing is, Big Bang is a lie. There's a lot of shit, yo. There's a lot of shit. A lot. There's a lot of things that people not want to listen. They're not going to listen. They're like, oh, you're on Facebook. You're like a Facebook junkie. Don't tell me. I'm just going to be blogging myself, using the internet, talking to people on Facebook. I can't even get on Facebook. I don't even know. Like, they won't. See, look. They won't let me go live. I hit the live and it goes to this shit. It just goes right back. I don't know how my account is restricted. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why it doesn't, they don't even tell me why my account is restricted. They said I shared some nudity. I never shared any nudity. I'll tell you what picture. You can't partake in any groups for 33 hours. Like, why is it restricted? Because I said nasty bitch. It was literally a messed up post about a chick eating. Dude, come on. Then there's this one right here. Sexual nudity and sexual activity. The content is no longer available. Yeah, you took it down because it's not. I'll show you what the picture is too. I'll show you exactly what the picture is. They thought the algorithm is garbage, and then they want to continue to use the strike against me. Like, it is bullshit. They're wrong, and they can't shut my account down because I don't really have a official. It's not an official account. They can't really shut it down. They can try to do what if I have to do something really severe for them to block me. And I'm not going to do it because I already know what their protocols are. Okay, where is it? It's fee FIFO fum. Oops. And then I get called a failure and a loser. I get to relax all damn day. That's the funny part. I get to relax and do yoga and work out whenever I feel like it. If I feel like I need to work out and get stronger, and I just take day by day. And I can sit down and study, hang out with my daughter, deal with my daughter because sometimes she's going way out there. Yeah, race is a biological reality because of. Yeah, this shit's crazy, dude. I like Joe Dubs. He's freaking awesome. He started a Facebook account, and then he just deleted his shit because he was like, no, it was so bad. Like, I guess they blocked him because they do it. They do it to everybody. The algorithm does not want you on there. They trying to like get me back in there. I guess that's why I'm seeing them freaking numbers. I'm not seeing them anymore because I'm broken free from that shit. I used to see those numbers a lot, and then I was like, why am I seeing these numbers? And I was second guessing myself. And now I'm not second guessing myself. I don't see those numbers anymore. It's when you're on the fence. It's when you're sitting on the fence and the AI is trying to get you to be right back in the shit, yo. It's trying to get you in it. That's why you're seeing those numbers. It's trying to convince you. Be like, oh, I can't remember. So this picture, it's like the one. It's all there's all these pictures. So phi ratio, phi ratio, phi ratio. So you got this picture right here, literally this one. So if you ball your fist up and you put it on the inside, it fits all perfectly. The fucking goddamn algorithm literally thought this was a vagina. Or it tried to turn it into something. It tried to turn this into some kind of sexual image. I post this on there and it like blocked me. How stupid are you, dog? How stupid are you, machine? You know, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, if you look at each angle, how it goes around. Freaking dude tell me I'm a loser, dude. Yeah, I had to remember words and how they're spelled on my own. Like, I can't believe that shit, dude. I can't, let me. Dude, I've heard so many say many freaking goddamn words in a different group. Dude, get the hell out of here. I disconnected from that group anyway, because that group shows all kinds of nasty ass shit in there. Dude, get out of here. Get out of here. And then saying bitch, it's such a bad word. Such a fucking terrible word. It's like literally trying to control you to keep you from saying certain things. And they're so even more messed up than other people. They're so way more messed up than other people. Look, you gotta have respect. You get out of here, dog. You got people sharing like disgusting things. Like, what was it? Like, that chick was like literally doing something with like dead meat or something. I mean, like old meat with freaking maggots and some shit. It was disgusting. And I said nasty bitch, dude. It's real, dude. What the fuck you mean? Tell me what the hell ever. And I thought there was something specific. I don't know. All right, well, I'm spacing out and people are talking to me and I'm getting tired of this. Anyway, I just wanted to make that correlation. Anyway, I'm so sick and tired of it. This dude literally stalked. Like, he's tried to say that he got himself. He put me in the group. You did not put me in that group. Gary put me in the group. Then, like, you can't call my wife a bitch. That's the funny part about it. I said random nobody on the internet in a picture that was straight up just gross. It was gross. I just say arbitrary, nasty bitch. Dude, come on. To be blocked and fucking get a strike on the internet for that. I did not call someone personally that. It was a meme. There's the line right there. That is the shit that pisses me off. It's the line from that to that pisses me off. Yo, I can't stand that garbage. I can't stand that garbage. Oh, yes, rippling effect. Using time and space to make temporal dimensions. I can tell you that you are one of those that are seeing more into the remarkable connection. Seeing into. Okay, I keep seeing these things. Keep seeing these things. Okay, let me get off of this. Yeah. I'm completely just using Facebook on my live, which is bad.